Hidden in episode 12, the guest who heard the landlord's voice. The visitor was an old man with white hair flowing like clouds, wearing a newspaper raincoat, and walking on legs of different lengths. He arrived before the mist cleared, stood in the middle of the mossy path, looked straight into the innkeeper's eyes and said, "You used to sing, right?" That year, on the other side of the hill, where the parasol tree fell all its leaves on a moonlit night, the innkeeper stood motionless because it was a memory no one knew, a time long ago, when they were once a person who dreamed of being a street artist before choosing to live a quiet life. The old man asked something strange. "I want to be in the room where the old voice is kept, where if I close my eyes, I can still hear the old song you sang." Even though it is buried with silence, room number 1, the first room that an inn ever built, it is also the only room that is never rented out, because every time someone enters, the old voice of the landlord will shatter in the space. That night, the old man sat burning incense, his back turned to the door, and whispered, "You were not born to be silent, you were only silent because you were afraid that your words would lead others astray. But sometimes, your old voice is a map for lost souls." In the hallway, the innkeeper placed his hand on his throat, where the words that had never been spoken had been, and then they spoke for the first time in years, a song, no longer complete, but still carrying the wind. The wind blew through the forest, carrying leaves eastward, where it was said that whoever listened would be brought back to a forgotten dream. The next morning, room number 1 was empty. Only an old tape recorder remained. Inside were half-burned tapes and a handwritten note in faded ink. "You sang now, I can go on,